Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today our topic of discussion is glycolysis. As in earlier video I have told you that it is the breakdown of glucose up to the formation of pyruvic acid or pyruvate from glucose to pyruvate molecules, which is 3 carbon compound. Means pyruvate is 3 carbon compound. 2 pyruvate molecules are produced from 6 carbon compound from glucose molecule. Glycolysis, it takes place in cytosol. It is enzyme catalyzed process. It takes place in the cytoplasm, or it takes place in the cytosol. We can say it takes place in the soluble fraction of the cell outside mitochondria. So it has 2 major phases: preparatory phase or energy investment phase or collection phase, and energy yielding phase or phase second. It is also called oxidative phase or payoff phase. You can have a look here. It is glucose from here to here. It is phase first or energy investment phase, because here energy is invested, and from here onwards up to the formation of pyruvate, it is called phase second or ATP yielding phase or payoff phase, because energy is generated here, energy is yielded here. So let us have a look here from glucose. Let us move step by step. Phosphorylation is the first step in the breakdown of carbohydrates. You must remember that glucose normally resists breakdown because it is a fairly stable compound. If its breakdown is to be taken place, then it must first be made more reactive. The activation of glucose molecule takes place by a reaction called oxidative phosphorylation. Means a phosphate group is attached to glucose by low energy phosphate bond, and when this phosphate group is attached here, it becomes glucose 6-phosphate. The reaction is catalyzed by enzyme hexokinase, and we also need here Mg2 positive ion, and this is an activator. Then after this glucose 6-phosphate, we have one more process that is called isomerization. Glucose 6-phosphate undergoes internal molecular rearrangement to form fructose 6-phosphate. The catalytic enzyme is phosphoglucoisomerase. It is mentioned here, phosphoglucoisomerase. And then we move downwards. This fructose 6-phosphate leads to the formation of fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Here it is second phosphorylation. Fructose 6-phosphate undergoes phosphorylation to form fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. ATP is again the phosphorylating agent, and its catalytic enzyme is phosphofructokinase. Remember here it is phosphofructokinase. Then we have one more important step here. It is cleavage, or we can say splitting of sugar. Here fructose 1,6-bisphosphate splits into 3 carbon halves. We can say it splits into 2 halves, triose phosphates, to which we say these are 3 carbon compounds, and these include dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Again, dihydroxyacetone phosphate, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. And these molecules also undergo internal rearrangement. We can say they undergo isomerization and become identical glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate molecules. And the catalyzing enzyme here is enzyme is triose phosphate isomerase. Triose phosphate isomerase. And then here glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Then here from here two paths, from here two identical, but these are identical. From glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate here also, then 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, then 3-phosphoglycerate, 2-phosphoglycerate, phosphoenol pyruvate. Here also from glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, 3-phosphoglycerate, 2-phosphoglycerate, phosphoenol pyruvate and pyruvate. So let us have a look here stepwise. This glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which is 3-carbon compound, this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate has phosphate group attached to one end by low energy bond. During phosphorylation under the catalyzing action of enzyme phosphotriose dehydrogenase. I have mentioned here phosphotriose dehydrogenase or glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. A second phosphate group is added to it, and the phosphorylating agent which provides phosphate here is phosphoric acid. Oxidative dehydrogenation takes place simultaneously. 2 hydrogen atoms are removed, and these are accepted by, you can have a look here, these are accepted by nicotine amide adenine dinucleotide, which is converted into reduced form of nicotine amide adenine dinucleotide and hydrogen ion. The end product here is 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Then you can have a look here. This 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, here again there is ATP generation. You can have a look here. Here ADP is changed into ATP. 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate now transfers its phosphate with high energy bond to ADP, forming 3-phosphoglyceric acid or 3-phosphoglycerate. And the catalytic enzyme is here phosphoglycerate kinase, or we can say phosphoglycerol kinase. And the ADP occurs high energy bond phosphate and becomes ADP. Then we have this again here 3-phosphoglycerate forms 2-phosphoglycerate or 2-phosphoglyceric acid. It is again here isomerization. This 3-phosphoglyceric acid or 3-phosphoglycerate molecule undergoes internal rearrangement and becomes 2-phosphoglycerate or 2-phosphoglyceric acid. And the catalytic enzyme is here phosphoglycerate mutase or phosphoglyceromutase, whatever you name it, phosphoglycerate kinase, phosphoglycerate mutase or phosphoglyceromutase. Then we have one more setup here. You can have a look here. It is these two pathways, they are running parallel. You can have a look here. Same here. Here also ADP changes into ATP. NAD positive, it changes into NADH plus H positive. Here you move there. Here also, then here is one more process. There is called dehydration. This 2-phosphoglycerate or 2-phosphoglyceric acid molecule loses hydrogen and oxygen in the form of water. This is dehydration to form phosphoenol pyruvic acid. You can have a look here, phosphoenol pyruvic acid or phosphoenol pyruvate. It's one and the same thing, phosphoenol pyruvic acid or phosphoenol pyruvate. And enzyme here is enolase. Remember, it's enolase. And then we have here again one more step, phosphoenol pyruvate changes into pyruvate, and here enzyme is used, pyruvate kinase. And here this phosphoenol pyruvic acid or pyruvate molecule transfers its high energy bond phosphate to ADP, which converts into ATP, and pyruvate or pyruvic acid is formed. And this reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme called pyruvate kinase. So once again have a look here, glucose to glucose 6 phosphate, glucose 6 phosphate, then fructose 6 phosphate, fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. It cleaves into dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Under the catalytic action of triose phosphate isomers, these leads to the formation of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So we are here 2 glyceraldehyde 3-phosphates and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Then from here 2 chains move down. You can have a look here. So from here, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, then 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate to 3-phosphoglycerate, 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate to 3-phosphoglycerate, and like this 2-phosphoglycerate, phosphoenol pyruvate and pyruvate. So we can say that it is the glycolysis. We have observed that at the end 2 molecules of pyruvic acid or 2 molecules of pyruvate are formed from every molecule of glucose. So it was all about glycolysis. In next video we will calculate how many ATPs are produced during glycolysis, or at the end of glycolysis how many ATPs are produced. We will discuss inshallah that in next video. Thank you. Have a nice time, nice day.